You see,
I don't know.
well, there is a rhythm in our lives. And at each point, each of us should be doing that thing which corresponds to this rhythm. When you awaken, it is to be brusque, to be hungry, to cleanse your mind for new impressions, to be acquisitive. At night, it is appropriate to think, to meditate. And so it is with your life. You have a problem? What does this mean? In your life, in your day, in your... As each one has his rhythm, and so you do. For we look at the stars as they did. What do we see? We see this. That they named the constellations on their knowledge of the traits which appeared in that period. Do you see? It was the period that they observed. How the moon, for example, how the moon influences us, influences planting, reaping, how in our lives we're influenced. Now, at one time in your life, well, at most times perhaps, you would not be here, would you?
No.
No, of course not. And so we say, what is it that troubles you? And that you probably desire that I inform you. Is this correct? Yes?
I don't understand.
I think you do. You've come to me for help. You wish me to resolve your problem. First, though, you would like me to inform you what that problem is. Is this not so? You would like me to exhibit my power. Is this the truth? Is this not so? It is so. You would like me to, in effect, read your mind. For the question is, what powers exist? And what powers do exist? And what looks after us? You see, this is a rational concern. Is there an order in the world? And, you ask, and can things be known? Can things be known? And, of course, they can.
They can.
Of course they can. As you have suspected. Have you not?
Have I suspected it?
Yes. And you have. For I see that you have some psychic ability.
I do.
And you have felt it. Questioned it, yes, but felt it. You said it was. Answer me now. You said it was. You said it was. Have one moment's faith. You said it was.
Coincidence.
Exactly. But it was not. When you felt it, in those instances you know that I refer to, and you know the power of which I speak, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. And it is real, as we know it is real. And what is there to be frightened of? To know. And it is better to know. For we say knowledge. What is it? It is our attempt to be a part of something which continues, which we are a part of. And fear, what is it? We fear that thing that we wish did not exist. But we know it exists, don't we? Don't we?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. What has brought you here? That knowledge. That there is a hidden order in the world. And once you dreamt this, you sat and dreamed this meeting long ago.
I did.
Dreamed this when you were young. Isn't that so? Isn't that so? Long ago, dreamt that you would one day sit here with me.
Yes.
I know you did. In summer, late summer, when you were a little girl, sitting on a... What is it by? Is it by the water?
Yes.
It is. Where is this?
It
is at your home, is it not? At your summer...
Yes, our summer home.
I see you by a tree. An oak? You sat and dreamed this meeting.
Yes.
And I see another time of psychic power when you might have said suspicion. A suspicion warned you of catastrophe. Is this not so?
Yes.
And you were correct, were you not?
Yes, I was.
Yes. And I see other danger. Yes. When you were young, when you were very young, blood. When you were quite young, a fall. And you bear the scar still. Twice in your life you have been near death. Once that you knew of, and once that you did not. Now, think back to the times that I'm referring to, and you will remember what I mean. When you were in danger, when you were in grave danger. Yes? What is it?
You said a scar.
That is correct. That is another time of fall. Now think back to a time of physical danger.
I don't,
Yes? What?
Where is this scar?
It is on your left knee.
Oh.
What is it?
I don't have a scar there.
You are quite wrong. And I see that you've forgotten it. As it is small. Now, if you would look now, you'll see that scar. Would you like me to turn away?
I don't.
No. It's all right. As I can see that it's important to you. You were going to say that you don't mean to test me, but you must trust me. Now I'm going to turn away. You look, and you'll see the scar.
It's all right. It is all right. I don't have to see this. I believe.
Oh, no. You must look. Not belief, but truth. Truth, for it is there. And that answers your doubts.
I have a scar there.
Then you will prove me wrong. And then you'll know. Isn't it better to know? A small scar on your left knee.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what to say.
What to say? Tell me what you saw.
There is a scar there.
Yes.
I have a scar on my knee.
Yes.
I never knew it was there.
A small scar. You were quite young. When you were small, then it was large, and it was traumatic. So, you repress it. Oh, we repress so much. But it all casts its shadow, you see. And all that you would know is in you, and all available to you. Now, I see a loss. I see sorrow in your life. I see a loss. I see either you or someone close to you has suffered a tragedy.
Yes.
Please?
Yes.
Recently.
Yes, the loss of my
your mother, yes.
You see that?
Wait, there's much more here.
You see that?
Please, if you would just try to relax.
My mother, you see?
I know that you loved her very much. Don't speak. I see further. I see we were speaking of that time in summer. She was near you then. No. She was in the house. You sat by the water that time you dreamed this meeting. She was nearby. Oh, that's all right. There's nothing to be frightened of. You're quite safe here. She was near to you that time you dreamt this meeting. Now. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. It's good. You must mourn her, for she is very much with us now.
My mother.
Yes.
You see her?
I see her through you. I sense her through your images, your feelings. I see that time that we're speaking of now, and
What does she look like?
I see a question in your mind which you will not phrase. Now, listen to me, for I'm going to answer it. That question is this, and you must not feel foolish. That question is, can one contact her? Can she be contacted? Though that is not the thing which has brought you here, but it arises. Can one raise the dead? Now, do you wish to know that? Answer me.
Yes.
I know that you do, for I have seen how many times in a day you have thought of her, longed for her, moments in childhood which have returned, and in your loneliness, your deep grief, and the questions of the spirit rise. And troubled, you come here. And we will lift your troubles and answer your doubts, as all is open. Now, I would like you to come back here tomorrow and to bring me a photograph of her. And now, for the time is not right for that other question, let's address that which has brought you here today, in the midst of your grief, when everything, well, when so much as we see is pain. And I see you've had much sorrow in your life. And yet, I see strength. And you have borne through it.
I've tried.
You were going to say you've attempted to, but you have. And you survived. Your father
Died when I was...
and now you bear up beneath this double burden. And an active trouble comes to you. A question rises, leading you here. It concerns money. Is this not?
Yes. How do you know?
And I see a matter of the law, a legal problem.
Yes.
It is your mother's will.
Oh,
Is
my
this not?
God. Yes.
And you have come to ask me if you should contest the will.
How do you know that?
You must. Let us continue. Very little. In material things, very little. But what I can offer you is a profession, the beginnings of a craft that would sustain you, that would...
A profession?
Yes, it is. To help, to... And I see what it is that upsets you. For the lack of money is a sign
It
that...
is?
Yes, it is. That something valuable is missing. You have lost something, and it causes you to doubt. And I see now why it is you're disappointed. For your question is this: how legitimate is that thing which I do?
Is that my question?
Yes, though you don't know it is. But that's why you balk at this. I show you the trick from the back and you're disappointed. Of course you are. If you view it as a member of the audience, to say, well, to learn to say, I suppose you must, to just say what it is finally that separates us from them is this: that we look clearly. So be it. Not that we're magic.
You told her that she was psychic.
I tell that to everyone. Not that we're mystic, but that we see those very things which are before our eyes. Look at her. She's unmarried. At her time in life, why? Because she's bound to what? An unresolved event. Her mother's death? Her question she would ask the spirit world. Her mother left a fortune to her stepfather. Should she contest this will in the courts? Is this a question for the mystic? No. It hides a deeper one. This: how can I face my betrayal? How can I obtain revenge against the dead? Or, why did my mother not love me more? And so it is this final question that we help her to answer.
And how is it we do that?
By telling her what she wants to know.
And what is that?
We don't know. We listen, and she'll tell us. Tomorrow you'll listen again.
I will?
Yes, and
How many days will I listen?
how many?
What is this? A month? A year? How many times am I going to hide in the corner?
I told you. As we win her confidence,
Start
then
confidence. If it's a trade, you should be paid for
we
it.
will.
You doing something for the girl or not? What are you frightened of? Should you be paid for this or not? Well, I should. I should, because I'm sitting here too. Where's the 50?
50.
Give me the bill.
I told you I can't. The bill is for confidence. She
Is
signed her name
this
on
a
it.
child's game? Give me the bill.
No, I can't. If she comes back tomorrow and the bill is gone, then... Oh, I see. I see, Charles. Charles, sit down, please. I see that I've humiliated you.
You have.
Yes, for $1, for nothing, for money. I see that you're hurt.
You see that?
Yes,
Well,
and...
you see it all, don't you? Tell me, what else do you see? You see that she wants to contact the spirits.
Well, yes, I told you that.
Now, what exactly is it that she wants you to do?
To throw a seance. You know, effects, miraculous entities, unknown facts.
Unknown facts.
Facts only her mother would know.
And people could give those to her.
Of course.
How?
You go to the library, society files, yearbooks, research. Invent a contact. A spirit medium lived in the 19th century.
And you could do this?
I told you, once you have their trust, you can
You've done it.
Well, no. I've seen it done. What? I've seen it done.
You know what?
No, that's why I asked you. What? What?
We should use the tools that you've developed.
I am using them. What are you... To what end?
We should take her fortune from her.
Well, there are many who would.
Well, then we should do it.
No, I don't think so. We all feel greed. Sometimes for things that we want, things that we don't have, things I want for you, for us. But if you just correctly understand those things,
You
then...
said she wants a seance. And she's going to have it. You said research. I want you to tell me the research I should do. I'm going to do it. And when she comes tomorrow, we'll give her seance. You'll make her mother suggest she should contest the will and then give us the fortune.
No.
And you will do it. Or else I'm leaving you. Do you understand? Do you understand me?
Would you force me to make that choice?
I've done it. Now the choice is yours.
Very little. In material things, very little. But what I can offer you is a profession, the beginnings of a craft that would sustain you, that would...
A profession?
Yes, it is. To help, to... And I see what it is that upsets you. For the lack of money is a sign
It is?
Yes, it is, that something valuable is missing. You have lost something, and it causes you to doubt. And I see now why it is you're disappointed. For your question is this: how legitimate is that thing which I do?
Is that my question?
Yes, though you don't know it is. But that's why you balk at this. I show you the trick from the back and you're disappointed. Of course you are. If you view it as a member of the audience, to say, well, to learn to say, I suppose you must, to just say, what it is, finally, that separates us from them is this, that we look clearly. So big. Not that we're magic.
You told her that she was psychic.
I tell that to everyone. Not that we're mystic, but that we see those very things which are before our eyes. Look at her. She's unmarried. At her time in life, why? Because she's bound to what? An unresolved event. Her mother's death? Her question she would ask the spirit world. Her mother left a fortune to her stepfather. Should she contest this will in the courts? Is this a question for the mystic? No. It hides a deeper one. This, how can I face my betrayal? How can I obtain revenge against the dead? Or, why did my mother not love me more? And so it is this final question that we help her to answer.
And how is it we do that?
By telling her what she wants to know.
And what is that?
We don't know. We listen, and she'll tell us. Tomorrow you'll listen again.
I will?
Yes, and
How many days will I listen?
how many?
What is this? A month? A year? How many times am I going to hide in a corner?
I told you, as we win her confidence,
Her
then
confidence. If it's a trade, you should be paid for it.
we will.
You doing something for the girl or not? What are you frightened of? Should you be paid for this or not? Well, I should. I should, because I'm sitting here too. Where's the 50?
50.
Give me the bill.
I told you I can't. The bill is for confidence. She
Is
signed her name on
this
it.
a child's game? Give me the bill.
No, I can't. If she comes back tomorrow and the bill is gone, then... Oh, I see. Charles. Charles, sit down, please. I see that I've humiliated you.
You have.
Yes, for $1, for nothing, for money. I see that you're hurt.
You see that?
Yes,
Well,
and...
you see it all, don't you? Tell me, what else do you see? You see that she wants to contact the spirits.
Well, yes, I told you that.
Now, what exactly is it that she wants you to do?
To throw a seance. You know, effects, miraculous entities, unknown facts.
Unknown facts.
Facts only her mother would know.
And people could give those to her.
Of course.
How?
You go to the library, society files, yearbooks, research. Invent a contact. A spirit medium lived in the 19th century.
And you could do this?
I told you, once you have their trust, you can
You've done it.
Oh, no. I've seen it done. What? I've seen it done.
You know what?
No, that's why I asked you. What? What?
We should use the tools that you've developed.
I am using them. What are you... To what end?
We should take her fortune from her.
Well, there are many who would.
Well, then we should do it.
No, I don't think so. We all feel greed. Sometimes for things that we want, things that we don't have, things I want for you, for us. But if you just correctly understand those things,
You
then...
said she wants a seance. And she's going to have it. You said research. I want you to tell me the research I should do. I'm going to do it. And when she comes tomorrow, we'll give her her seance. You'll make her mother suggest she should contest the will and then give us the fortune.
No.
And you will do it. Or else I'm leaving you. You understand? Do you understand me?
Would you force me to make that choice?
I've done it. Now the choice is yours.
Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Would you please remove your wristwatch, your rings, and loosen anything which constricts the free flow of blood? Charles?
Yes.
Dim the lights, please. Thank you. Are you ready to begin?
Yes.
May we open our minds to that thing which we have hoped to accomplish. Not to seek, not to strain, but simply to open ourselves. Quiet. Yes. We are here today to attempt to make contact with one recently departed, whose soul lingers here, who is here with us, to address a question, and we seek the aid of one recently departed, who has aided us before. Yes. Very good. Are you all right?
Yes.
The candles, please. Spiriti miei infernali obidaiti. In the year 1843, there lived in Boston a shopkeeper named Hawks. Samuel Hawks. He kept a shop on Tremont Street, who sold tobacco, who dealt with all aspects of society. A merchant captain who dealt with the store, who supplied them, who bought from them, who did business with Mr. Hawks, and who was invited to his home and who became a friend. Many's the time he came there, and he was welcomed into the family. The captain came and told the stories of the sea. Won over, he won over her. She was wooed by his life and left her family to meet him. Afternoons, by the docks, by the waterfront, I went there. And it's to his room that he rented. It smelt of sweat. The curtains blowing on the docks. We saw the curtains blow. Ship commands from down, men working, men on the wharves, do your bidding on the sea. But what's here? Used to native hands, ways of the South which we cannot imagine in extremity. They make an offer to their lord, some passion, but the horror was he'd brought it home. I was one to the danger. He would get away, but how would I? I would not. Immured in that house, I prayed for when he'd come. What can you ask but that I gave it? And he asked it, and I did. I grabbed his hair and helped him to me. I cried out. What I discovered was that I had the disease. Take me with you. No! And so when he went, how could I say? Even my children here, who'd asked him to come? But he came. You have ruined me. And take me, no, take me upon your ship. No, no, how can you leave me here in this room? Clung to him, threatened. His fierce, my mistake. Threatened by the You say that I reaped the desired result? That I won? Stabbed! Stabbed in the belly! Ripped out with his dirk! Bloodied the sheets, wiped it on the wall! Which, when he went out, not to the ship, but back to the store, to take his leave, to close the contract, when he'd killed me, told my husband he left his regards while I was staring at it. His esteemed wife, who the tide set, standing at the helm, felt no remorse, felt nothing, said nothing. All those years, died, respected, he died. When they would not claim my corpse, the voices from the waterfront, I saw the blood mark, guy. Then he went in that room. I knew the afternoon before my husband brought him home, but seated there. And the servant said the race has bred the smell out of itself, and so was dying in its bed, laid in disgrace, lured to the squalid room and killed. Everyone knew. It seemed everyone knew but me. And so you come to me and ask me, as others have, hidden from all, but not from my pain. I see a house. I see a white house. I see a numeral.
What do you see?
I see the number 8. A year, an address. I see the figure 84.
84, that...
What?
That was our house.
Why do you come to me for help?
That was our house on Rosemont Street.
A woman has died. A dress a party dress. White, off-white. Rose, a party dress she gave you, that she bought. She bought it for you.
She bought in Paris.
I see her there, and a night. What? You were what?
When she kissed me.
I see her standing by your bed. She said, you are my...
You are my little...
I called you.
When?
I see her there.
What do you see?
She is standing by your bed. A red brick building. She is in your room. She at your door. A red brick building.
That's my apartment.
Wait.
That...
You felt her there. Recently, she came to you. She said, I called to you. Don't you hear? When is this?
It's
When?
It's my apartment.
She stood. Don't you hear her? She called to you. Don't you? You asked for her to come. You prayed for her to come to reveal.
What?
She called to you. Your mother. I called. Why do you not hear? You heard her. She came to you. Say it. Yes, she called you. The wind blew. She was calling your name.
It was my name. I thought.
You know it was. In your dream, she said, "What did you dream? And what did you dream that night?" And you told her your dream. "Sleep, for I am always with you." She said that to you. She called you. She told you. Oh, those times, those years. She mourned, how she mourned, how she, for your grief. I've seen her, my darling child, dreamt of the standing by your bed. She called, my darling child, and she says you have a question, something troubles. I made a will, the money. She says she has left it to someone else, and she is saying, wait,
Go on.
I don't think I'm losing.
Go on.
Will you, please?
You have a photograph of her. Put it face down on the table. Az Alif Kasil Zaza Hitmel Meltat. You have a question. Your mother, your dear mother. I want you to let this man decide the question of, oh, you're troubled. Be assured she loves you. She says, be free of the money, and you must forsake your, she's saying, follow my counsel and come again, and I will always be with you. Your mother lives in you still. She
says,
I will come again. Your mother, she thinks of you still. I see the shades, the mark upon the, she is in the room by the dock. I feel, I'm sorry.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I need it.
Would you open the... It's gone.
And? May I speak?
You wanted to... And the woman who spoke, was that... What happened?
The Boston woman.
Yes, the Boston woman spoke. She's... What did she... A concern for...
She made contact
with your mother?
Yes.
She said that?
Yes.
And
she said, let the man decide?
let the... Meaning...
Meaning
that we should... That I should decide...
yes.
About the legal...
Yes.
I'm... That was the question you addressed to her. But not qualified, of course.
You could.
What? I could what?
You could advise.
Advise?
Yes, you could advise me.
No, I don't. I suppose
You contacted my mother.
The contact saw her. I retain a dimly.
Well, was she as you see her in this photograph?
Oh, the photograph. Turns out. Yes, she was somewhat younger, your mother, as I saw her in the...
That is not her photograph. I took it from a book. You are all of you. God damn you! How could you? I see her by the bed. How could you prey on me? Is there no mercy in the world? If you can't help me, no one can help me. Why did I even come here? You are, oh God. God damn you. How could you betray me? Me! For money? God!
Get her out of here?
May you rot in hell, in prison, you charlatan, you thief!
Leave! No, oh God, forgive me!
If there's any powers in the world,
No!
I am going to
Oh God!
get
Help me.
out of my
God,
way!
forgive me! I see your sainted mother wrapped you in a shawl. A red shawl, which she brought back, which she wore. She whispered, I am coming home. When she went out, your father took her for the evening. And when she came back home into your room, she draped it upon the lamp. It cast a red...
No.
Yes, and she would sing to you, Are you asleep, my lamb? And she would sing, and you hear her.
No!
She would cradle you. The shawl smelt of perfume. You lost it when? Five...
Yes.
What?
5 years ago.
And told no one. And mourned. A yellow flower. A rose in the middle. And a golden fringe. And she would sing, Are you asleep, my lamb? And she thinks of you still. And she calls to you, and she calls you now. And I saw her by your bed. She wore the shawl.
Well, I suppose we... I'd like to stay here.
No, we've done that.
I said I'd
yes,
like to
it
stay
cannot
here.
be arranged for. It's
All you have to do
I
is...
wish it were so. It is not so. It
What
is
is
not
it?
all that I...
You think you have to atone? You?
Me? I? No, you see that I... No. That's not it.
I want to know.
I'm sure you do.
I
Oh,
want
the things we want. Many things that I want.
I want to stay with you.
And know the question, how will the world end? Will I be rich?
Don't force me to go.
Tricks! Don't you? Attracted. So attracted. Ah, you want to know a trick. And when I show you a trick, but you read her mind. Yes? I suggested her. That's all I did. And now you can feel superior. And now there is no more mystery. And then you can go. The secrets of the pyramids? No! I went to the library. Society pages. Perhaps 2 pictures of a woman in a red fringed shawl. 2 different photos, yes. A well-to-do woman. And what would one assume? She wore it often. She wore it out, and she wore it home. An anxious child. The child couldn't sleep. The mother wore it in the room. The child remembered it. Are you free now? Now that you know the mysteries, the Pythagorean mysteries, the sacred 3 cups. And which cup hides the ball? Well, no, you asked me. I have nothing. I wish I... Are you content?
Am I content?
Will you... Yes, will you... You are now equipped to live in a world without mystery. And now you know all that I know, and now you may leave content.
Wait, you said a scar.
I...
A scar. The first time she came, you said a scar on her left knee. She didn't know it was there.
A scar.
And she didn't know it was there. How could you?
One final mystery. She is right-handed. Now, as children, we all fall. And to break the fall, a right-handed person falls on his left knee. 90% of the right-handed people in the world have a scar on their left knee. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
You said we all must learn.
Did I say that?
Yes, and yes. And you've shown me. Wait. You said she lost it 5 years ago.
I
How?
told you. It was a trick. It was a trick. Are you deaf? Live in the world, will you please? That's what I'm trying to do. I had hoped that we would be something more to each other, but it was not to be. And so, goodbye. I'm truly sorry to have disappointed you.
Goodbye.
Yes, we said that. Oh. Az Alif Kasil Zaza Hitmel Meltat. Yes? Yes, yes, come in. Is it time already for our...
I'm a little early. May I?
Please,
May I sit down?
please.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Are you all right?
Perfectly.
You seem a little
I was with a client, and you're absolutely right. Let me clear my mind. Good. Now, you've decided something. For you seem in much better spirits today, and and a burden has been lifted from your mind. Good. I see clarity. Good. A question answered. For finally, we must solve them all in our own minds. We know that is good. What is it?
I have something to ask you.
But still skeptical. Good. We cannot overcome our natures, for they protect us. You ask what you wish to ask.
You won't be offended.
No, I promise you.
If I were to...
Yes, if you were to what?
If I were to search in Boston for Mr. Hawks
Yes.
and his wife who died in 1840...
Ah, if you were to search, then what would you find? That it was a story, that someone made it up. That it was true, then someone might have read it. That it was not noted, then perhaps it was overlooked.
Yes.
You see, I see that is insufficient, but it must suffice. It's not divination that concerns you. Finally, the question of your mother's will. And I see you've decided.
Yes, I'm going to contest the will.
I think that is what you want to do.
Yes, it is exactly what I would like to do. And I'd like to thank you.
I'm glad to do what I can.
And I'd like to... how do I pay you?
You may pay what you wish and when you wish.
Well, what's the usual?
Those that have been helped, some have as they could afford it, as they wished. Some might pay up to $1,000 to help us with our work. Some might leave 50. Some might leave nothing. It's completely up to you.
You contacted my mother.
That is not the point, really.
You contacted her.
Well, perhaps I did. I don't know.
No. Yes. You contacted my mother. You saw her. You saw her wrap me in that shawl. No one could know that. You saw her.
Did I see her?
No. You must tell me. You must tell me you saw her.
Yes.
You saw her wrap me in that shawl.
Yes.
And you say I lost.
You. Oh, that is what I said. But you didn't lose it. You burnt it in rage, standing somewhere by the water 5 years ago.
Yes. And then
I do not know. That is all I saw.